Hey everybody, it's Jen. Thanks for joining me today. I have a project share and a tutorial. I made these sweet little pinwheel embellishments. They're pretty tiny, as you can see, and I think that these are perfect for spring projects, summer projects, and they're just a fun craft to make. I just love pinwheels. They really highlight double-sided paper, as you could see. You could always use single-sided, that's fine. It'll just be white on the inside or the outside. But look, you can add cute little embellishments. You could put them on a card, put them on, I don't know, any project really. They're just adorable. So I thought that we would make some together. I do have a die, but you can make them without a die, which is what I'm going to demonstrate today. In fact, I made one of these without a die, and I don't even remember which one because they all look so similar. So I am going to put these aside. Maybe I'll leave like one or two out just so we can look at them. Aren't they cute? And we're going to make one together. So the first thing you're going to need is some double-sided paper. And let me just move them a little bit over. I'm going to use this piece of floral, and it has a stripe on the back. Okay, and you're going to need your paper trimmer. And what you're going to do is cut a 2 1/4 inch strip. So I'll just go this way. So 2 1/4 inches is right there. Line it up straight. Okay, put that aside. And now you have a strip that's 2 1/4 inches, so you're going to cut one square that's 2 1/4 inches. As you can see, it's teeny, but these are mini pinwheels, so that's fine. That's what we're looking for. All right, so I'm just going to put that aside. Okay, and now you're going to need a scoreboard because we're going to score lines from corner to corner. My scoreboard, I just had it a second ago. There it is. Okay. Okay, I'm just using this mini one that I have at my at my table. Okay, so what I did, I made a little mark at the, I don't know if you could see. I just used the 2-inch line as my middle, and then I made a little mark at the end so I could line up the corners. So I have 2 inches here, and then I'm lining this corner up at the 2 inches. It doesn't have to be the 2-inch mark. That's just my point of reference. Okay, so I'm just going to score there, and then flip it around, line up the corners, and score there. Okay, so as you can see, it's scored this way and that way. Okay, that's all you need the scoreboard for. Move that to the side. And then what you're going to do is you got to poke some holes. I don't have a hole punch with teeny tiny holes. I don't know if they make that even. So what I do is I use a pokey tool. And this is the one that I have. I have for sewing. As you can see, it's got just like a tip there that you can poke holes in it. So you want to poke a hole in the middle and then in alternating corners. Okay, just one side of the diagonal line on each corner. So just one. I'll show you. Okay, so first let me do the middle. Just kind of go like that. Poke it through. So you got a hole there. Okay, and now I'm going to poke a hole right here as close to the corner as I can get on one side of the line, okay? You got to be careful with this because you don't want it to rip to the edge of the paper. You just want a hole. Okay. Okay, I had to cut another piece of paper because my hole, like I warned about, went all the way to the edge of the paper. So I cut a new square and started again, which happens, sorry to say, but yeah, you just got to be careful that you don't go all the way to the edge of the paper because then you have to start over. So, okay, so that's the first hole. Now the next one I'm going to make, you only want one in each triangle. So I'm going to move over to this side and poke a hole right there. Okay, so just go as close to the edge as you can. I just kind of wiggle it around to make a good small hole first. So you can see it's tiny. And then I carefully wiggle the whole thing through. You have to make the hole big enough for the brad to go through. That's the thing. And even with tiny brads, you need a pretty decent size hole. Okay, so we've got that one done, that one. Now I'm going to move on to this triangle and put one on this edge. It would be nice to have a teeny tiny hole punch. You know, even the one on the crocodile, that's the smaller one, that's too big. I'm sure it would be good for bigger pinwheels, but not this size. All right, so we've got the third hole, and then the last one. Let's hope this works. Wiggle it around, make a little hole, and go all the way through. Okay, oops, sorry. All right, so as you can see, we have 4 holes punched on the outside and 1 in the middle. Okay, now what you need are your scissors. And you are going to cut along the scored lines about halfway down towards the middle. And that's about 1 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to keep my scissors, keep the point at where I want it to stop. So I'm just going to go like that. And then this one. Doesn't have to be exact, obviously. This one and this one. Okay, so we have, see, it's starting to come together, right? Got all those slits, okay? And the next thing you're going to do is going to round the corners. All right, I'm going to use my smaller scissors for this, which are these. Okay, so about 3/8 or so from the edge. This is an edge that does not have a hole, right? Okay, so you're going to start at this edge and you're going to curve it towards the slit. So it looks like that. Okay, and do that for all of the edges. 2. Get off their paper. I think I have some glue on my scissors. Okay. And that one. And the last one. Okay. So then you have your finished piece of paper. Finished pinwheel before we turn it into an actual pinwheel. So now what you're going to need is a teeny tiny brad. And I got this pack at Joann's a while ago. As you can see, they're very little. I do have some from Michael's, but these are just a little bit too big for this project. So I went with the mini ones. So I'm just going to take one I already have out. I'm going to use this green one. And this is where you're going to have to, it takes a little bit of finesse with your fingers. So you're going to take each corner with the hole and fold it or bring it to the middle so it lines up with the hole that's in the middle. Okay? And I just do that first just to get the paper folded a little bit before I put the brad in. I'm just going to go to each corner. Just press it down a little where the holes meet. Okay, like so. All right, then you're going to take your brad, start in one of the holes in the edge, put it through, okay? And then move to the next one, put the brad through that hole too. Turn it, move to the next one, move it there. Just hold it. Hold everything in. Okay, now this is where it gets a little bit tricky. It helps to have tiny fingers, but you want to get that last piece underneath. There might be an easier way to do this. I don't know. But, oops. Okay, see, one came out. They all came out. This happens every time I tried it, so it's all right. You just keep going. Okay, and then you get it through the fourth one, and then at the end you want to put it all the way through the hole on the back. All right, so I have it through the fourth one. Let me find the hole. Just take a second. It helps if you can look inside. And be careful holding the paper, the corners. You don't want to rip the holes. The brads ended up in the back, okay? The brad ends. So you just want to separate them. See? Press them apart like that. And then you have a little pinwheel. Yay! Isn't that cute? I just think it's adorable. And you can, you know, fold over either side, whichever one you want to be in the front. So I think that came out so cute. All right, so now we can attach a stick and some embellishments. So I have different things for sticks. Like I showed in the beginning, this one is a part of a lollipop stick. I had gotten this huge pack of them at Joann's on clearance like a couple years ago, and I didn't know what I was going to do with them, but I just love the colors, so I figured I'd try them. And these are 6-inch lollipop sticks, and I just cut them in half with the wire cutter. You can also use, these are bamboo skewers that I had in my kitchen drawer. Like you get a huge pack of them at the grocery store, you know, really cheap. And these I just cut again with my wire cutters at 3 inches. So let me show you one like that. That was this one. Or you can use pre-made flags, which, where are they? I have a pack of them somewhere. Let's see. But this is the one that I used. This was a pre-made Paige Evans flag. So I just, I had to cut off the top one because it was a little bit too close to the top of the pinwheel. But yeah, that's a pre-made one. Where is my, I can't find it right now, but you get the idea. It's pre-made. All right, and you could either leave the bamboo ones plain or you can paint them. And I did paint a couple of them. I painted some pink and some white. I haven't used those yet, so I thought maybe we could use one of them today. Okay, so as you can see, this is where I do some hot gluing. It's kind of messy, but oh well. Let's use, okay, so we have our pinwheel and maybe we'll use a pink one. So you're going to glue it to the back. Easy peasy. I use my little Dollar Tree finger protectors for that. So I take my hot glue gun, add a little glue to the back, and then just press this on. Like that. Just let that sit a second. Ta-da! Isn't that cute? And then we can add some, oops, lots of spider webs there. We can add some cute little, like a flag or something. What I like to do, I like to use clear stickers and then add them to a piece of paper and make my own flag. I have these from the Sunny Days collection, which are a good small size. I think they work pretty well with this. And you could cut out a piece of paper. I did this already. This is just like, I think it's like 1/4 of an inch wide, just plain white paper. So I'm going to pick a sentiment from here. Let's see, maybe, how about, let's get away. Take that off. And I'm just going to add it, oops, sorry. Just going to add it to the little piece of paper. And the 1/4 inch fits perfectly, the 1/4 inch paper. So we have that. Okay, I'm just going to cut this off. And then kind of make the end look like a little flag. So just going to cut from one corner and then the other towards the middle. Okay, so we have that. And then I like to just kind of dry fit it, wrap it around. Okay, so we're going to cut some of this off on the back. We don't need all of that overlap. And then I also like to just kind of point the end a little bit so you don't see any of that when it's folded over. Okay, so it's like that. All right, and you can either use hot glue here or like Fabri-Tac or something. I'll just use hot glue for demonstration purposes. All right, so we have our flag. I'm gonna get my glue gun, just put a little dab there. I am going to leave off my little finger protectors for now. Oh, let's go here before it dries. Okay. Do you ever do that? You like panic when you put hot glue on, like, I gotta hurry up. Okay, so that could be a little bit tighter, but that's okay. So we have Let's Get Away, and then you can add like little stickers or bling or just like a little bow or something. I have these tiny bows that I got from Tuesday Morning, Little Birdie Handmade Embellishments. So I like to put things like this on it. This is really tiny, so we could even just like glue this on there. I don't know if that gold really works though. Yeah, I don't think so. Like this one, I put one of the white bows, and I think that looks cute. But maybe we'll add a little piece of bling. I did have some hearts out too. You know, I try and get things ready ahead of time. Oh, I found a few things. Okay, these are the Paige Evans flags that I had used already. Oh, I said Paige Evans, but they're not. They're Dear Lizzie. Okay, so I was wrong. Dear Lizzie. Glad I found them to correct myself. All right, I have these teeny tiny hearts that I had gotten at Joann's, so let's use one of those for our pinwheel that we made. Oh, there's teeny tiny and tiny. I'll just use tiny. Okay, we'll take this. Maybe stick it on right there. You can use some more glue or whatever. Get that little, well, whatever. Okay, so there we go. There's our pinwheel we made, and it's so cute, right? I think it came out adorable. And that's my little tutorial project share. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions, just leave them down below. I'd be happy to answer them, and have fun crafting. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Bye.